Well, it was a much chillier start to the day than yesterday, but still feeling much like winter outside. Meteorologist Nathan Scott is tracking the frigid conditions. What's it looking like out there, Nathan?
Hey, Mackailyn, we are seeing a canopy of clouds out there and also rain moving into parts of the metro at this time. Here's the 3-hour radar loop. By far, the best chance of rain continues to be in South Arkansas, but you see a little band of showers extending from Benton all the way through Yell County, and actually Little Rock Airport reporting a little bit of rain at this time. So the chance of rain, it's about 20% here in the metro, much higher, 60% into South Arkansas. And look at the temperature difference. Where the clouds are, we're stuck into the 40s, but Russellville has seen some sunshine. They're into the 50s, 55 in Clinton, and 60 in Mountain Home. So highs today will be all over the map. Where the clouds are, low 50s, maybe upper 40s for some folks. Where there's more sunshine, north of the metro, temperatures will climb up into the low 60s, potentially in Russellville. Otherwise, into the upper 50s for most of North Arkansas. Much colder temperatures are expected on your Thursday as another cold front swings its way through here. I'll let you know how cold it's going to get coming up.
And moving now to developing news. Just hours ago, the CEO of United Healthcare was shot and killed outside of a hotel in Manhattan. CBS News is reporting the shooting took place as the company was meeting with investors during a conference. According to reports, the company's CEO, Brian Thompson, was shot in the chest, and it appears to be a targeted attack. Police are actively searching for the gunman, but at this time cannot pinpoint an exact motive. And back here in Arkansas, Little Rock's Emmanuel Baptist Church is facing a civil lawsuit over alleged sexual misconduct. Youth ministry leader Patrick Miller, volunteer Regan Gray, both pleading not guilty to multiple sexual assault charges. The church has not responded to our request for a statement, and the case just landed in Pulaski Circuit Court Tuesday, and none of the defendants have filed responses yet. The Supreme Court is hearing arguments in a landmark case that could determine the future of transgender care for minors. Natalie Brand shares more from both sides of the issue.
Demonstrators representing both sides of the issue gathered outside the Supreme Court Wednesday as justices listened to arguments in a landmark case centered on medical care for transgender youth. The case challenges the constitutionality of a Tennessee law that bans gender-affirming care such as puberty blockers or hormone therapy for transgender adolescents. Some Tennessee lawmakers argue the state is trying to protect children from life-altering risks of what's known as gender-affirming care, which they call risky and unproven.
I think this is ultimately about putting biological truth and science over ideology, and that's what Tennessee is trying to do.
The Biden administration is asking the justices to reverse a lower court's ruling that upheld state bans like Tennessee's.
The problem with Tennessee's law here is not that it's just a little bit over-inclusive or a little bit under-inclusive, but that it's a sweeping categorical ban where the legislature didn't even take into account the significant health benefits that can come from providing gender-affirming care, including reduced suicidal ideation and suicide attempts.
24 states have similar measures on the books. Advocates worry if the Supreme Court upholds the ban, it could open the door for outlawing such care for adults. While 0.6% of the adult population identifies as trans, more than 5% of high school students now identify as transgender or are questioning whether they may be.
If the Constitution doesn't take sides, if there's strong, forceful, scientific policy arguments on both sides in a situation like this, why isn't it best to leave it to the democratic process?
The case is considered the most significant of this term and only the second time the High Court has heard a major transgender rights case. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
And THV 11 is your election central. This afternoon, we have unofficial election numbers for a pair of runoff races happening in Pulaski County. In Jacksonville's race for City Council, Ward 1, Position 2 seat, Tanner Ruppel leads with 53% of the vote. And in Maumelle, the seat for City Council, Ward 1, Position 1, is a close race between Barry Brown and LJ Wesley. Unofficial numbers show Wesley ahead by less than 100 votes. And in the transition of power, President-elect Trump is standing firm on his pick for Defense Secretary. Erica Brown reports on the obstacles Pete Hegseth is facing amid the vetting process.
Pete Hegseth arrived on Capitol Hill with his wife by his side for more meetings with senators, even as his nomination for Defense Secretary is running into trouble.
I spoke to the president-elect this morning. He said, keep going, keep fighting. Behind you all the way.
New reports came out this week alleging Hegseth was forced out as head of a veterans nonprofit in 2016 amid allegations of financial mismanagement, sexual misconduct, and repeated intoxication. Allegations his lawyer denied.
This was not something of which we were aware, nor was President Trump aware of them.
The New York Times also published a 2018 email from Hegseth's mother in which she called him an abuser of women and said, "I have no respect for any man that belittles, lies, cheats, sleeps around, and uses women for his own power and ego." Penelope Hegseth told Fox News she retracted that email 2 hours after it was sent and issued a direct appeal to President-elect Trump.
I want to say thank you for your belief in my son. We all believe in him. We really believe that he is not that man he was 7 years ago.
CBS News has learned Trump is considering replacing Hegseth with his former political rival, Ron DeSantis. The Florida governor has echoed some of Hegseth's same criticisms of the Pentagon.
I'm taking out all the social experimentation, all the woke, all the political, ripping it out and throwing it in the trash can.
But for now, Hegseth continues his fight for the nomination. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
What makes you qualified? And happening today here at home, an opportunity for parents in the Little Rock School District to voice concerns over plans to shut down a few schools. We previously shared the district is considering closing down Brady Elementary while consolidating both Carver and Washington Elementary. 2 weeks ago, the board heard frustrations from the community, saying they wanted more input. After taking that into consideration, the board will give them that opportunity at a meeting tonight.
And wanting to work together with the district in regards to bridging the communities, the parents, everyone to get involved to really understand, well, what's going on here.
That meeting starts at 6:30 at the Center at University Park. The board will decide on their consolidation plans at their next agenda meeting in 2 weeks. Also happening today, leaders in Saline County are unveiling a new emergency and community alert system. The city of Benton and Bryant sharing new details on efforts to get critical information to residents quicker. We will provide you with additional information during our evening coverage. Well, the future is bright for procrastinators. Come with us at 12:18 for a look at how engineers are working on robots to handle your chores.
And here's another look at radar where we have rain starting to make its way into the Little Rock Metro, but especially down to the south. Not everybody's going to see the rain, though. A better chance going into the weekend. Saturday or Sunday, which has the best chance of rain? I'll have that answer coming up.